Hey folks, hope you're doing good today. Coming to you today with no cap and my big old slap head out. I read recently that you rapidly age at age 43 and I think 70 it is. Well, I'm 43 this year and man, it's hitting me hard. My hair is falling out at a rapid pace of knots and the voices in my head told me to just shave it all off and actually razor it off for a change. I've done it number one before, but man, this is the first time I've actually fully razored it all off. And actually quite like it, man. It feels weird. But yeah, I think I'm just going to keep it like this for a while now. So I'm in with the Bold Guys crew now, r/bold. I'll stuff to put my pictures on there. Today we have got a really cool video to do, and it's a pretty much a year to the day. I think it was the 17th last year that we did this video for Contrøller, one of my favorite bands that come through on the channel. And they obviously like putting out stuff at the start of the year as well. And it's a great way for us to kick off the year with one of our house bands that we love to check out. And today they've got a whole EP for us, 4 tracks for us to listen to, but there's a bit of a story behind this, which I'm going to read out, and it sounds really, really cool. It says here, hey man, hope you're doing well. We just dropped our new EP, Decennium of Visions, at the beginning of December. This EP is a little different. It technically took us about 11 years to make. Parts 1 and 2 were on our first 2 albums, and we always had the intention to write a part 3 and release it as a one single EP. We wanted to showcase our growth as artists and as a band over the course of 13 plus years on one release, which is really, really cool. We did a full remix and remaster of parts 1 and 2 to match the production quality of part 3, but all the original tracking for parts 1 and 2 were as we did them in 2012 and 2014, which is a long time ago now. It doesn't seem it, but it is. As for the part 2 remix and the art for the EP, we've been sitting on both of those for about 9 years as well, waiting to release the EP. We also tried to master this EP so parts 1, 2 and 3 all flow from one to the next, which is great. That's it. So there you go. It was really, really cool. An album that's been 11 years in the making, and 13 years as a band, and just, putting them all together to showcase on one album. I think that's really cool. What I normally do is, if we haven't got that and it's a new band to the channel, I like to go and check out their older vids if they've got any on their channel, because it just gives us a chance to see what the band's been doing. This is the first one. It's called Part 1. Let me get it on the screen. Let's give it a spin.
A life that is spiritual.
Man, we're going to stop it there so it doesn't roll straight into the next track. Man, that was a really interesting track. Sounded super smooth and warm. The bass, it sounded amazing. The lightness and the dynamics on the drums, on the cymbals, that rolling down the toms section was super nice. Man, they really did a great recording back in the day of this stuff, and they've mixed it really high quality. Sounded like a really high quality professional recording from today even. Really, really nice. Captured those drums in such a great way. I love the spoken word. I'm a big spoken word fan, and I think it sounds really cool. It just gives a vibe to any kind of music that you put it to, and it went with the vibe of the music that was going on as well. Really, really nice. I like that a lot. But I was expecting it at some point to drop into what's going to sound like it's going to do on the next track with a bit of distortion and bring the guitars in. I think where the drums went from soft and dynamic to loud, just at that point, I think I would have brought in a distorted guitar in the background, but just a nice long open chord to just bring some weight and some distortion into the mix at that point, because the drums kind of went loud, but without anything else in the music kind of crescendoing at that point. So I think it would have just been nice to just go one strum on the guitar, just to bring that little bit of power in. But it sounds like this track, now we know that it's going into the next one with a bit of distortion, was a build up and a lead up to part two, which we're going to get straight into. So let's listen to part two. Here we go. Bass sounds great. It's got a nice little bit of rattle to the string. Cool sounds coming into the mix.
Walking
great. Man, this is a real nice one. I really enjoyed that to the max. Everything about it. Wouldn't nitpick in any way on that one whatsoever. It sounded super great. Again, another great recording on all the different instruments. I love the vocal. I love the different layering on the vocal and the accents and the stuff stereoized in each ear. Sounded great. Once again, the drums sounded absolutely killer, amazing. They've really done a great job of capturing the nuance of the cymbals and those toms so that you can hit them at different velocities and you still capture that, and it comes through the mix with a clarity. It's not like muffled or lost within the sound. You hear all those different nuances on the kit, which is really nice. The way he works the cymbals as well to give all the different accents to the different sections just works super nice. And again, I think, yeah, the guitar, the way that it dropped into the heaviness on this one just works great for this band, because they can do the atmosphere, they can do the softness and the warmth, but they also have got a real heavy, chunky guitar side to them, which hits you hard and brings in a solidness to the music, and it's a dynamic shift away from those softer parts, and it just works absolutely great for this kind of music. Really nice track. Enjoyed that 100%. Right now, apologies, my gardener's just started strimming outside. Hopefully it doesn't ruin the video, but I've got to get it recorded now. Absolutely love what we've heard so far, parts 1 and 2. We've been listening with kind of an ear to hear how the band have evolved over time and how much they have evolved over time. I would say they have evolved, but man, they sounded super great back in the day as well. This is part 3. Let's give it a spin.
As I'll ever get to seeing clear, striking through the mask, find another mask, mirrors mirroring the past, make more visible, watching craters smoke at night, though I hate to ask, are you thinking of the past? Open eyes and see the flash, not some obstruction, not some hazy line. Excuse the abruption, not looking for a sign. As by the motion of many made in one, shape the constant so that both are said and done. Hidden messages in everything I see. I won't believe my mind, I won't believe it's me, painted in these images in everybody's view. I won't believe my eyes, I won't believe it's true. It's in everything I say, and I won't believe it's me.
Nice orchestral section.
As by the motion of many made in one, shape the constant so that both are said and done. Silhouette
chorus now. Yeah. There we go. That's the end of that one. Man, a lot of layers there towards the end of that track, all coming together to make a nice, big, orchestral, shouting, screaming, guitaring, lead guitar, all the cymbals and the drums, that great bass tone. Man, a lot of layers of sound to go together there. Sounded absolutely great. Man, these guys just sound absolutely super. I can't nitpick anything about it. I wish I'd heard this stuff kind of late 90s or mid-late 90s, because I would have just... Man, they'd have been... Well, they are still one of my favorite bands today. But, you know, this music for, you know, its time has had its time, if you like. And if I'd heard this stuff when I was really, really bumping this stuff hard, and it meant the world to me, man, I would still be absolutely gushing about this band today and still be talking about how great their music is. I still do that, but, you know, I'll be doing it in the context of the 90s. Man, such great stuff going on in the music. I absolutely love the drummer in this band. He's got a drum beat for every section. He's got a cymbal accent for every change and for the end of every bar. He's got really quite heavy, almost like metal drum beats and double bass sections and rolling down the toms, but they fit within the context of the song without taking it kind of too metal. You know, there's some heavy parts in here, but he's even doing really quite heavy drum beats in some of the softer sections, but because of the way that he works it into the riff and into the section, you know, it just goes really nicely. It's just like a real big frill within the bar. But if you put it within a heavy song with a heavy chunk behind it, it'd be a really heavy drum beat as well. Man, these guys just got it all going on. I absolutely love the tone of the vocal. He's got that kind of Maynard, you know, vibe to it, where everything that he says sounds really important and like it's got a deep meaning behind it, whether it has or not. It just comes across with that vibe. Really sounds great. Now, this is a fourth track on the record, and let me just see here. It says Bad Apples Mix. I'm not sure what that means. Oh, it's part 2, but with a remix, I think. So let's give it a spin, see what it's all about. I've got no idea. Yeah, different sounds in this one. Cool. And I hope we get some real drums. That's one of the nicest parts of this band. Some nice sounds in this, and I appreciate as well that they've used different sounds in every track of the record, which is cool that they're, that's a kind of evolution throughout the time as well. They're using different sounds. In the first one, I think we had like a pan flute kind of sound to accent, the verses and the choruses, and then we had the sitar in the second one, which was really cool, and then the orchestral synthy stuff in the third one, which really filled out the sound even more. So yeah, that's definitely an evolution of the band to see that they're using extra to just the kind of bass drums, vocals, and guitars thing. They're bringing in extra elements to the band to pad out the sound in different ways. I love that. I think it's really, really great. It's one thing bands can do nowadays that they didn't used to do in the past, and it really sounds great. Takes them to the next level and brings in extra sounds to the mix that weren't there before, and aren't they just like a garage band, with just bass drums, vocals, and guitars. That's it. I really liked it. I'm not too sure about this last remix, purely because there were no real drums in there, and the real drums and the drummer in this band is one of the key elements for me that make the band so great, because he's got so much going on and his kit sounds absolutely incredible. So when you take that out, I'm really missing a large section of what I like of this band. But the other three tracks I really think did great. And I've been thinking as well, to think that this was partly a showcase of, look how far we've come in all this time. I'm going to say their first tracks of part 1 and 2 were equally as good as part 3. Now, that's not to say they've gone nowhere in all of that time. You can hear progression and refinement, but I think they came kicking out the gates, doing pretty much 10 out of 10 music. And when you're doing that, you can only incrementally get slightly better and better because you're just nailing it already. I think these guys have just absolutely nailed it for like 15 years. That's all you can say. I think they're an absolutely sick band. I'm really pleased we've kicked off the year again, listening to these guys with a new album. That's a great way to start the year, and I think we'll probably see them again at some point later on in the year, because these are a prolific band who put out a lot of stuff. They got they do a YouTube show, which is like a podcast as well, where they talk about their music, talk about the meaning behind the music and all of the stuff. They even review bands and albums and stuff themselves as well. So these guys are just music orientated, so you're going to get some more stuff out of them sooner or later, and I always look forward to it. That's it. There you go. That's it from me today. Hope you've enjoyed these guys and checking them out, see what they've been doing over all that time. But yeah, that's it from me today. We'll be back now with the Monday grind, with some real bangers as well going on with that stuff. That's going to look like we're going to have a good year for that. So there you go. Hope you have a good one so far. Cheers, guys. Bye.